నవరాత్రుల్లో స్వామీజీ నవరాత్రుల్లో స్వామీజీ చీర కట్టుకుని అమ్మవారిని ధ్యానిస్తారు కదా, దాని ఆంతర్యం.
Why should a devotee worship the god? How should he worship the god or goddess? That is the primary question. Narudra rudravarchayet. Narudra rudram varchayet. I think you have heard of a word Mahanyasa or Lagunyasa. Nyasa is to invoke. Nyasa is to invoke. It's not ordinary invocation. You are actually transfusing and keeping something there. That is the normal meaning. If you need to worship the mightiest and highest, you need to go to that level. Unless you attain that level, you will not be eligible to do something great. To meet the president of this country, you need to have something extraordinary in you. Unless you elevate yourself to that level, it is not very easy to reach the level. So whatever level you intend to reach, you need to have something in consonance with that ambition. With this, wherever the archana is at its highest level, there the nyasa prakriya, the invocation methodology is deployed. Let us say, take an example of the japa, which you normally do every day. You may have it, the Guru Mantra japa, or the Sandhyavana Gayatri japa, etc. Before the commencement of the main japa, there is a process called Anga Nyasa Karanyasa. Anga is the body. The bodily limbs will have the equivalents of the factors of the mantra. And the hands being the very important limbs in your body. So they will also, there are 5 to 6 very important factors, aspects in the body. So we draw comparison to one part of the body to one part of the mantra. So the drawing of the comparisons, I can just say, I will give you another example of you, for you. If there is a delegation coming from another country or another region, you will have counterparts seated against each other, vis-a-vis each other. The Prime Minister will have the Prime Minister on the opposite side, President will have the President, Defense Minister will have the Defense Secretary. The counterparts would be there. So, it does not mean that both are equal. We should understand that there are similarities between the two. The President of United States cannot be the same, or it is not deemed to be the equal of such as the President of Afghanistan or Ethiopia. You draw the similarities. That is not absolute, that is a relative comparison. Similarly, Tatsavitam Brahmatmane Akushthabhyamaha means the Tatsavituhu, the phrase Tatsavituhu is constituted, it consists of the factor of Brahma in the mantra. Or when you say the Namah Shivaya mantra, when you say Nakara, it's an aspect of Shiva. The same factor is prevalent in my Angushtha, thumb. So similarly, when you do the Anganyasa, Karanyasa, each factor, each aspect of the mantra finds its counterpart in our body. When this scope is enhanced, it is expanded, it covers many limbs. Anganyasa, Karanyasa are the subtlest as well as the briefest comparisons. But Mahanyasa means you are expanding those factors to the entire body. This is called Shodasha Anga Raudrikarana. What does it mean? Shodasha Anga Raudrikarana. Raudrikarana means the transformation as Rudra. Shodasha Anga means 16 limbs are transformed as the parts of Rudra. Panchanga Raudrikarana, that means 5 limbs. Again, Dashanga Raudrikarana means the 10 limbs of the body are transformed as Rudra, Shri Rudra. That is why when you aim to reach the highest level of Upasana, you should transform yourself into that state. When you transform yourself into that state, the paraphernalia which is associated with that state, that status automatically comes to you. So this is symbolic of Swamiji. If Swamiji wearing the sari or any other ornaments, it is symbolic of reaching that state or contemplation at the highest state. That is the reason Swamiji exhibits it only during Navaratri. Okay, then the next supplementary question arises. Does that imply that Swamiji is not at that state all the time? That means during Shivaratri, Swamiji is not wearing a serpent or something. Is it this thing? There are certain precedents. And sampradayas, traditions, which Swamiji follows. Being the Avadhuta, he is expected and he is expected to be at the highest state all the time. But if you say you are pure all the time, none of us would believe. If you say you are God, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. If I say this, your mind will not agree. It might say theoretically you are okay, but practically it's not agreeable to me. That's what everyone would react. So if I say, okay, 24 hours you let be pure. After bath, pray to God, do some puja. For this 15 minutes you are at your purest point of the entire routine. If I say that, it is agreeable to your normal mind. That is the reason why we have junctures, a particular aspects of time. Okay, during this time, during certain periods, you are expected to be pure. Certain periods, you are expected to be impure due to bodily reactions, bodily actions, or some other afflictions, whatever it is. So there are some certain codes of conduct for the purities and impurities. Similarly, the highest level of exuberance as well as the downsides. So we'll have these set out in our daily routines. These daily routines also become annual routines and monthly routines. When you have the highest concentration of mind, then that is the highest point. That's the pinnacle. When your concentration is at its lowest, then it is at nether. So Navaratri Puja it's a 10-day Diksha. It is not 1 day or 2 day functions. So naturally, when you require more energy, then you opt for something, some high octane levels of these ingredients you prefer for. Similarly, Navaratri Diksha requires that much. So Swamiji intends all of us to be kept at the highest state. So just to remind us all the time that our Diksha and our concentration should be at the highest level all the time during these 9 days, to indicate that Swamiji exhibits that.